Greetings and thank you for visiting the Grapcoin YouTube channel where you can see yet another AGIX update video, and further drop has been clearly shown on the AGIX chart. It was predicted that there would be another low, but not that big of a one. It's surprising given that most altcoins recently crashed. However, the truth remains that levels of support are being maintained. All right. There was no scenario that AGIX invalidated, so at or above 59 cents, the crucial level of support that I mentioned earlier is still being upheld. In addition, as we continue to hold it, that's okay. When the price hit 73.4 cents, it plummeted to the 38.2 retracement level. The ideal level to shoot for in a fourth wave is 38.2 feet, which is what we have here. At first glance, the fix seems a bit off. It looks like a pretty hasty decision. Negative aspect, but in this case, it would likely constitute the impulse, the C wave of the sequence, and that is perfectly acceptable. The outcome is that we are now dealing with a WXY structure rather than an IEBC1 pattern. Just how is that so? This first wave of falling prices, also called an A wave or a B wave, begs the question, what comes next? It might be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or anything in between, but I'd really like 2 additional lows. After that, I think we will no longer offer any assistance. Support is more important to rephrase. When I use the, are we still going to get a modest level of microstructure detection? On top of that, I think it's likely. This kind of liquidity event happens all the time, especially in the cryptocurrency world, so we shouldn't say it's guaranteed. A number of red candles indicate that this is one of those crypto events, and strong candles such as the one seen below in the 1 second, 4, 5, and 5-fold patterns may continue to operate even when they are obscured by the candle and are not visible to the naked eye. So this might stand for the bottom 1/3. We may observe a further 4 or 5th and a last low. From a structural standpoint, that is perfect. Current state. But sometimes it seems to start climbing again after that last low, so it doesn't necessarily, and not just because it doesn't exist, but it's hidden inside the candle. Things happen so fast that the chart doesn't always have time to correctly establish this pattern. Yes, I understand that, however, it is highly related to cryptocurrency. Remember that it may just be a WXY at all times. The wave would then consist of nothing more than an ABC. All of them belong here because of it. Be that as it may, having achieved the 38.2 retracement, a perfect target for a fourth wave, it is plausible that this low point has developed at this very moment, as anyone familiar with lead waves can tell you. However, I require a passage over the excessively high wave before I can verify that. To put it simply, that is the point of no return for any further negative effects, not to mention that it costs $1.08. Now, typically I use the 50% retracement level of the downturn as a initial tier to watch. This is the norm for resistance, and I'm sorry, in it you can find 85.3% and 89 cents. The creation of a bottom would be signaled ahead of schedule if that resistance level were to be broken, but further downward structure would have to be broken. To be sure, a low has formed when 89 cents is broken. The only thing left to do is wait for a break below the $1.08 mark. Following that, a few structural hurdles around $1.16 and the X-wave apex at $1.47. Backing is really robust. I think that's what was needed to complete this fix. I'm still looking for more expensive options overall. I get that people would be nervous on days like those, but the truth is the help section is there for a reason. Also, we have to part with something. Why some people complain about how little the support spaces are. I mean, surely all it takes is some knowledge on how to use them. Basically, what matters is entering the support space. Our need for a large support area is the main reason for its size. In order to enable such price fluctuations, well, it's just crypto, isn't it? Thus, all factors are considered. There's no ignoring it. I also give you sufficient small support areas, but when it comes to the major shifts, we need to let the market to implement those modifications. And that room was necessary for it today. It is in fact all just conventional Fibonacci levels though. When it comes to the upside, what's the next goal? Well, I'm still interested in seeing, assuming this support area remains intact, I would still be pleased to see $3 as the next target. We can go into further detail about that. We can more accurately calculate those upside targets once we have a solid low in place. My update regarding AGIX is that the update was my hope. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and like if you enjoyed it. The Grapcoin YouTube channel is much obliged. So long.